AAA games have always tried to give players more freedom, but I feel like not all developers fully understand what freedom in games actually means. Instead of just making worlds bigger and bigger to give players more space to explore, they should be creating systems that give players freedom of action and building game worlds that react to those actions. That's where the real gameplay lies, in my opinion. There was a time when massive open worlds were a key selling point. Exploration alone could sell a game. But now, no one's impressed just by scale. In fact, people start asking, what is this game actually going to do to entertain me in such a huge space? From the very first game that ever made, it was always about gameplay. That's what keeps players hooked. Of course, visuals matter. They're the first thing that catches the eye. It's the instant dopamine hit. But eventually, beautiful graphics just become background. It's the gameplay that keeps you coming back. Souls-like games didn't invent actually radically new, but they reimagined the core of retro gameplay. You have a level, enemies, and a health bar. You die, you restart. It's the gameplay that keeps you coming back. It's basic and yet timeless. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear your take. My first video game experience were Streets of Rage and Ninja Turtles on Sega, and Sunset Riders as well. What they had in common was simple stories but excellent gameplay. Diverse enemies, fun bosses, you learn the mechanics through playing, beat the level and move on. That formula is the core of every great game, just presented in different ways. And from here I want to connect this to a bigger idea. I think AAA games are at the turning point. They keep expanding in scale but not in depth. New projects often just recycle old mechanics, wrapped in a shinier coat of pixels. But that visual layer eventually wears thin. At this point, I believe the indie scene has become the real driving force of innovation, pushing gameplay forward. AAA, on the other hand, has shifted from being leader in tech and ideas to being a leader in packaging. They know how to sell games with visuals, and that works, especially to people who aren't deeply familiar with video games. Now let's briefly touch on the business side: Steam, Visa and Mastercard. I won't go too deep here, but think of this. The main payment methods on platforms like Steam are Visa, Mastercard and PayPal, all of which are deeply tied to SWIFT and traditional banking systems. Since Steam is used by players all over the world, these systems can dictate what can or cannot be sold based on their own rules and policies. Until we get an independent payment systems, maybe through crypto platforms like Steam, PlayStation Network or any other, we'll always be vulnerable to corporate pressure on what types of games are acceptable. That opens much bigger conversation, but I'll leave it there for now. If you made it this far, thank you. Please drop a like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what do you think.